Sarah, the Beach Boys have been the big kahunas of California surfing music for years with their carefree lyrics and unique harmonies. But despite all their #1 hits and crowd-pleasing popularity, it hasn't always been an easy ride for this enduring band.
When we're ready to sing, we step up at the microphones and it comes out something like this.
Mike Love, Bruce Johnston, welcome to Backstage, first of all. I've been a huge fan for many years. Now, you guys are legends. I mean, for over 45 years of making music. I mean that in the best possible way. What has been the secret of your longevity and this popularity over all this time?
Well, I think obviously the songs were crafted in such a way that they've lasted throughout time. And the Beach Boys, the Beatles, and Motown are the three musical genres from the 60s. Multiple generations that come out and see the Beach Boys and seem to like our music, whether they be in their 60s or 70s or their children, 5, 10 years old. Everybody seems, all ages seem to enjoy the Beach Boys, and that's a wonderful thing.
The music's all about growing up in America, and the only 4-letter words we use are girls, surf, and cars, you know, and it's still kind of working in 2007, and we like it. So we have us, our children grown and grandchildren, they're all singing the same songs. It is inspiring.
You guys were groundbreaking at the time in the early 60s, where you made your own special sound, a new sound called the California sound. How did that come about, you know, where it was all about surfing?
Well, there's an influence of Chuck Berry in our music through the rhythm and the songwriting part of it. The Everly Brothers and their blend, and a group called the Four Freshmen, also doo-wop. So all those ingredients kind of homogenize with our group in that we sound the way we sound when we sing.
Tell the teacher we're surfing USA.
I guess we got tagged with that California sound idea because we're from California and we sang about surfing and our beach life and California girls and cars and school and stuff like that.
It's a style of music that everybody loves, and of course you're bringing it now together in a CD collection called The Warmth of the Sun. Tell us about that.
Well, this is what the CD or album looks like, and it has 28 tracks on it, and it starts out kind of fun and light, and then it gets more in depth, and it also, in this album, you can hear us grow up a little bit and start trying to be, you know, songwriters ourselves. So it's an interesting album to listen to for me.
All the individual members of the group are represented on this CD in their best efforts, we feel.
Well, East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles they wear. And the Southern girls with the way they talk, they knock me out when I'm down there.
With all your success, it's not always been an easy ride. You guys have had some creative and personal differences. Some members have had some drug use problems and also a few lawsuits now and then. You know, how have you been able to weather those storms, and how difficult was it at the time?
Well, at the time something negative is happening, it's a drag, of course, but let's face it, the overwhelmingly positive story is the Beach Boys music, not only the legacy, but the fact that today, if you turn on an oldies station, you're going to hear a few Beach Boys songs. If you go to the movies, you might hear a Beach Boys song. And people have their individual problems in life, but you know, you can get through them. I meditate every day, and it's allowed me to get rid of the tension and stress involved in some of this, you know, it's just sheer workload or negative confrontations or something, and to be able to resolve them over time.
I got to ask you about one of the most bizarre instances in your career back in, I think, 1983, where you are America's band, and yet the Secretary of the Interior at the time under Ronald Reagan banned you guys from playing on the National Mall. Now, what was up with that?
Well, it's not only us. He said that rock and roll wasn't appropriate for July 4th, and I was thinking, wow, that's weird, because rock and roll is innately American. It's an American invention. So, you know, James Watt had a different point of view. He had Wayne Newton come that year. But I'll tell you what, Nancy Reagan called And we were invited to the White House after that, and she couldn't have been nicer.
Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes. Giddy up, 409. For I knew there would be a time. Giddy up, 409.
I remember going to one of your concerts back in the day. I had a great time, and the great thing about it was you saw everybody there, young kids as well as grandparents. I mean, it's got to be a great feeling to see that wide variety of people out there. What's it like for you guys on stage to this day?
People just have a great time at the concerts, and they love the music. And a family can put the CD on a trip down to Florida or to Myrtle Beach or wherever they're going on vacation, on a weekend journey or something. They can put the Beach Boys CD in and all coexist together.
Like
Whereas
Sounds of
if
Summer,
they
you
put
know?
on 50-cent CD, the parents would throw it out the window.
What in the world, you know?
Well, next time around, I'll have to ask you about some groupie stories along the way, but we'll save that for another time, okay?
We don't kiss and tell.
Frankly, my groupies are in walkers with little yellow
easy,
tennis balls, so
easy,
don't
easy.
worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. It's been great talking with you.
Thank you, Tim.
Gotta love their music. Now, on the off chance you haven't ever seen the Beach Boys in concert, make sure you catch them next time they hit your area. Meantime, their new CD collection, The Warmth of the Sun, is in stores now. Sarah?